What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Dermy Wormy, and I'm coming at you with another video, and this is Star Wars time. Yes, it's Star Wars. I know Star Wars Celebration happened over the weekend from Friday onwards. We got a bunch of information. I'm still coming through what I can, how I can, and I just gotta say, man, I can't wait for this content anymore. This was fantastic. What we got. Like, I hate Star Wars right now. I view Star Wars as being dead. I view a lot of the things that they're putting out as nothing more than parading around a dead corpse. But man, did they quit? Side note, I'm only 120 subs away from monetization, so please guys, if you could hit that like button, that subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it, because the Star Wars just offered me gold. Pure gold. I'm going to laugh my ass off at everything. I've been avoiding talking about Star Wars. I've been avoiding watching Star Wars. But after Star Wars Celebration, I said, you know what? No, I'm reviewing it all. I don't care. It looks so awful, so horrific that I need to do this. I need to do it for my soul and for my spirit. But as time went on, we got some interesting news, because Kathleen Kennedy spins new narrative for Star Wars. Quality is everything. Yes, there's a IGN interview that a lady got to give, and we'll go over what she said in the article. But there's in the interview, there's something much cooler. But we'll get there. Speaking with IGN's Alex Stedman during Star Wars Celebration 2023, Kennedy was asked, "I just want to see if there is any major hope that you want to strive for in this kind of new era of Star Wars that you just announced today." Oh yes, you got to get that new era of Star Wars. You got to get all the things that you want. But her response is well, quite telling. Kennedy replied, it's as I said. I think quality is always everything. We want to tell resonating stories that really speak to what Star Wars is. I don't really want it, and none of us want it to become like everything else. Well, it kind of is like everything else. Like, you took a once famous property that had fan service up the galore, fans loved, and you took it, you looked at the fans, and you gave them the middle finger as you destroyed everything they loved and cared about for a new demographic that was supposed to be turning Star Wars into a female-centric series that wasn't what the fans were. Star Wars is always a male-dominated space, and instead of giving them what they like, even though, you know, you had your female characters, Princess Leia, Padme Amidala, what have you, even Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan was freaking awesome until modern Star Wars. Ahsoka Tano. People love Ahsoka. And then modern Star Wars came along. But hey, you took everything away. There is no quality. This is just garbage content. But she continues. She concluded, "We want it to be something that continues to live up to the expectations that fans have, and that the most important to all of us." Now, here becomes the real question. What quality do we have? What quality? We have Leslie Headland says the Acolyte tells a story from the perspective of the villains. Yeah, she wants to push the Acolytes as being, hey, this is how the Sith truly viewed the Jedi. And when you build on that, because we're starting to get more and more information of what the Acolyte is, you have her stars come out and say dumb things like this. The Acolyte actor Charlie Burnett says the best part about Star Wars is there's no good or evil. Depends on what side you're standing on, but there literally is good and evil. Quite literally, black and white as you can get. Light side, which is Jedi, and the dark side, which is the Sith. That is bad and corrupt. Quite literally, good versus evil. One of the most cut and dry examples of there. I think the most blatant example would be Lord of the Rings, but this is a close second to blatant good versus evil. But no, they're really trying hard to introduce some fan-made nonsense called the Gray Jedi. Now, the Gray Jedi concept is cool, is interesting, but it's fan made. It ain't nothing else but fan made. Oh, but this is quality, right? This is what fans want, right? No, this isn't what fans want. Fans don't care. Fans don't care about things like Jodie frickin' Turner here. Or, better yet, Rey Palpatine Skywalker person getting her own movie. Fans don't want that. You had a chance with your fans. You threw them away. No, what you're doing now is you're bastardizing EU stories. You're continuing on your own little path, and you're cementing your legacy. But hey, guys, Star Wars is going to be recreated. Star Wars is going to be completely changed. They're going to use the world between worlds. Don't worry. Star Wars will be saved. Jon Favreau and all them. Yeah, they're going to save Star Wars. Yeah. But on top of that, I think the most telling thing, though, from this IGN interview, not the quality thing, something else that this IGN interviewer got to ask her. And we're going to play a little back. It's going to start off a little weird, but trust me, it's worth it. So let it go.
To Star Wars, and it's given us
let me slow this down a little bit. We'll do it at 1.25.
a lot of flexibility, opportunity to experiment. We knew we needed to introduce new characters, new stories.
So what they were talking about is storytelling, utilizing Disney Plus to tell serialized storytelling, just like George Lucas used to do. No, you guys don't compare yourself to that man. You screwed him over, but they're utilizing that to explain why they're finally doing movies, and it gets better.
Storylines, and we could do that without the huge expectation of a movie. And now we're ready to move back into the movie space, and it's really exciting.
Yeah, and for all the movies that we did hear about today, we do know that there are some that have been shelved.
Well, they haven't been.
There have been some that have been shelved, and what not Leslie, this is Kathleen Kennedy, this isn't Leslie, but they all blend together. They're all awful people. But her response to this is quite telling.
Shelved. Most things haven't been shelved. Development is a complicated, long-term process. Some people, we're dealing with scheduling because obviously really talented people are working. So we don't, it's often not a shelving. It's just, is it ready? That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about kind of projects like Rogue Squadron and Kevin Feige.
Rogue Squadron. Hey, Rogue Squadron. What was the is that the Wonder Woman one? Wonder Woman star, whatever the heck her, not star, but director, whatever the heck her name was. She was trying to do a Star Wars movie. I think that was Rogue Squadron. And where's that? Where's Rian Johnson's trilogy? Where's Taika Waititi's trilogy? Where's all these trilogies you've always promised? Huh? Oh, they're not coming out because they have been shelved. You scrapped them. I don't think a lot of these movies that we're about to see are going to see the light of day. Midnight's Edge had a wonderful picture, I think, last Friday of the 12 shows, 12 movies, what have you, from Star Wars that have been shelved, have not come out, and won't see the light of day. But hey, they're not shelved. They're just waiting. They're waiting on the right time.
These projects. So could those still see the light of day?
Kevin Feige's project was something announced in the press, or I suppose fandom, but there was nothing ever got developed.
Right.
We never discussed an idea. We did, as everybody knows, Kevin's a huge Star Wars fan. And, if he did come up with something, I would be all ears, but that's never really happened. So it's not an abandoned project. It just didn't happen.
Now, Rogue Squadron.
Well, see, this is my favorite part of this interview. And why is that? Because Kathleen Kennedy is so uncomfortable through this whole part because she has to spin everything around. I don't think the whole quality art part of this founding was the part that you should have focused in on. It was the spinning of all the projects that this IGN interviewer brought up. It was her fearing everything this IGN interviewer brought up. That was that's the juicy part of all this. But let's continue.
Rogue Squadron, that definitely is something that we still talk about. Whether it's a movie or whether it ends up being in the series space, that's definitely something.
Fantastic. We've talked a lot about movies, but I want to talk about the really exciting...
See, they can't confirm that anything's dead, but it is dead. Half these shows aren't seeing the light of day. Half this content isn't going to see the light of day. And why is that? Because Star Wars is a dead brand. Star Wars is a horrific brand. Star Wars disrespected their fans. Star Wars treated their fans with utmost disdain, and they spat on you. You want to know what Star Wars should be in? This space. Super Mario Bros. Keep bringing it up a lot now. I do videos on it. And why am I comparing Star Wars to Super Mario Bros? Because Star Wars is dead. They decided, no, fans don't know what they want. We know what the fans want. And they started giving you stuff that you didn't want. They started bastardizing content that you loved, that you cherished, that you poured your heart and soul into. And they just spit on you because of it. They hate you. On the inverse, Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Did everything they could for the fans. They did everything they could to give the fans what they wanted. Story, personally, I think a little weak. Opinions might change. But this movie had the heart. It knew what it needed to do. It gave you the Super Mario journey. It gave you the Mario journey. It gave you what you needed. And people are overjoyed with this. Critics hate it because of the same reason they love Star Wars. Star Wars shat on the fans. Super Mario Bros. Gave the fans what they wanted. That's the state of Star Wars right now. You don't have quality. You don't have good storytelling. Half these things, other than Acolyte and maybe Ahsoka, probably aren't even going to see the light of day. I doubt James Mangold's story actually will see the light of day, or whatever that weirdo. There was a third one. I can't remember off the top of my head. But who knows what's going to happen. Let me get you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out with friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.